Today is my rolling project pan update for April. Every month I go over these 10 products that my goal is to completely finish, and I give you an update. I take tallies of how many times I've used them, weights for each month, and let you know how I'm faring along with getting these products out of here. Very excited because this month I have so many empties and rollouts, and I'm just happy to get the ball rolling and have some new products to roll back in and play with. So let's get this started. The first prompt I had was something that you wouldn't repurchase, and I had this e.l.f. lip oil, and I did end up kind of like pseudo decluttering it. I used it a total of 65 times, and the last like 2 times that I used it, it was burning my lips and just kind of leaving like really small acne near my lips. It was really irritating, so I decided to just get rid of it. And honestly, like, I put in so much work into using up that product, and it kind of concerns me because I have one more, so I definitely need to make sure I use that one. That one was like maybe 3 years old. Like, I bought it when it first came out. That one I'm counting as an empty just because I did put so much effort into actually using it, and my plan was to finish it up. But you know what, whatever. That one is out of here, so that will be the first spot that will be getting replaced today. Yeah, that took me 65 uses in this project. Let's get on to the next one. This product was rolled in last month, and the prompt was something drugstore. So I chose this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's pretty decent, like pretty mid, so I thought that this would be a great project to try and finish this up because I'm actually blowing right through it, and you know, I don't really like it, but I can get it to work. So this one is at a total of 11 uses. I have another concealer in my other project that you'll see an update on soon. So it's kind of been like split in between, and there's a lot of days I don't even wear concealer. This is what it's looking at like right now. I did forget to take a weight for it when I rolled it in, but right now it's at 15.4 grams. And honestly, like, I do think that this will be very manageable. Like I said, I've been flowing through it really quickly, and I feel like I got this earlier in the year, maybe at the end of last year, so this one should be no problem. My biggest issue with that one is that I don't really like put powder over it just because it does not interact well. It does not like to play with powder. It will settle into fine lines so quickly if you add any powder whatsoever, even if I use the smallest amount of concealer. So that one I kind of use more so for like brightening, or for days that I don't want to wear foundation, I might use a little bit of that. Prompt number 3 is something with bulky packaging. So I brought in my Kosas Cloud Set setting powder in the shade Breezy, and this one over vacation, if you remember, I got some really great use on this one. Was finding a way for it to work for me, but now that I'm back home, the weather is so different, and this is just gonna have to be something I really use in the summertime. I was finding that like when I'm sweating, that's when my makeup comes off, and this was actually really handy in setting my makeup. I have like decreased some of the dome there, which I'm very excited to see. This one, the goal is just to hit pan. I don't think I would finish this year, though I have heard a lot of people say that once they get to a certain point, it kind of just starts crumbling apart. So we'll see how that goes. This one is at a total of 45 uses, so I'm quite impressed because when I brought this in, I didn't really like it that much. It's still pretty mid to me, though it does have its uses. I think maybe if you have oilier skin, this might be better for you, or if you live in a really hot climate, but it's okay. It works. I'll make it work, but nothing to write home about. So let's get on to the next product, which I'm super excited about. I have the prompt of a bronzer, so I chose my NYX Buttermelt bronzer, and this one has only been in here for a few months, but I'm so happy to show you how much progress I have. I recently repressed it, and it's still going so quickly. There wasn't much to begin with. I already had like a decent pan in it when I brought it in. So I am actually rolling this one out today. I'm gonna finish this in like 2, maybe 3 days. And I think I would rather just bring something in for fun because I know I'm gonna use this. I've been using this daily since I brought it in. So yeah, I'm really gonna miss this, but I have other bronzers, so I'm excited to have this one finished. When I brought this one in, it was 64.9 grams, and then I started using it in March, and now it's at 63.2 grams. So I'm thinking it'll be around the 63 grams by the time I finish it. And yeah, this will be another one that is getting replaced today. Total of 86 uses, so I'm pretty impressed with that. That is quite a lot. And then last year, I was also tracking uses on it, and I had 44 uses. That wasn't like the entire time I had it, just when I started to when I decided to start tracking it. So about 120 uses, which is really impressive because I already had a pan in it when I was tracking it. Very excited about that one, and that will be the second rollout for today. The next prompt was Harry Potter themed. It was Slytherin, something with sleek packaging. So I chose my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I really enjoy this one, probably better than the Kosas one. And I also have a very nice pan in here. The goal for this one is to finish it, and I do think I would probably repurchase a refill for it. I do like the compartment, and I've finished a mini before, and I think I like it enough to buy it again. Sometimes it can oxidize certain concealers or foundations, but if I go in light enough, it doesn't seem to have that issue, and I do really like how like mattifying it is. This one is at a total of 29 uses. I try to focus more on this one this past month compared to my Kosas one, because this one wasn't really getting much use, and again, I'm just kind of like switching back and forth. Some days there are times where I do want the Kosas one, and so we'll reach for that, but yeah, I haven't been huge on powder lately just because my skin is so dry. Every now and then I do like to use a little bit, so I do think both of these will probably be until the end of the year, but I think that's fine. I mean, I have so many powders, so some progress is progress. Next prompt was something blue, so I brought in my Ava NYC Hydrating Scalp Serum. Fortunately, I am not done with this yet, though it does seem like there really isn't much. I'm gonna try and see if I can see it in there. It's about like right here. So really not much. I'm hoping within like the next 2 months I could finish this. I don't really remember to use it every single time I shower, and you'll know by the numbers I've used it a total of 20 times since bringing it in this year, so I really need to wrap this up because I've definitely showered more than 20 times. Again, not one that I would probably repurchase. I think I want more like an exfoliating scalp product. This one is hydrating. It is nice for like a nice oil massage, but even then I usually go with something oilier. This does feel kind of like skincare for your scalp, which I'm not against, but it's not what I need. So it should be done soon anyways, and they'll be exciting to get to roll in a new product, but not today. The next prompt was also Harry Potter themed. It was something that reminds you of Cedric. So I brought in my Burt's Bees Softening Foot Cream. This was brand new when I brought it in, and there's a lot of air in there, so it's definitely not full. I've been using it, I mean, okay, I'm gonna squeeze the air out. Okay, it's about like right here. I thought it was a little lower, but about right here. There is a hole on the top, which happened like the first couple of times I've used it, it like bursted. So I have to be really careful because product will come out when I'm using this. I've used it a total of 15 times. I know the past couple of times I've said like I'm gonna try and use it once a week. That has not been happening. I've been pretty bad about it. And the biggest part is that it feels really nice and it does like fix calluses on my feet. However, the next day I'll do it at night and I'll sleep, and then the next day I'll take it off, my socks off, and put on a fresh pair, and I can still kind of just like feel some of the stickiness and it's very uncomfortable. It like just bothers me all freaking day. So I'm thinking maybe of either doing it like on the weekends or like maybe taking like a wet washcloth and just like rubbing my feet off in the morning, letting them air dry. I'm gonna try that the next time and see, but yeah, that's kind of like one of the main factors of why I'm not using it. The second part is I don't really like sleeping with socks on, so sometimes I kind of just have to like force myself in order to use it. But yeah, that's kind of what's been stopping me, and that's another one I think will take probably the whole year. I'm fine with that. It was more so of just I struggle to use these type of products, so I was hoping by having it in a project I would try to use it. Another product I am super disappointed that I have not been able to roll out yet. The prompt was a spray, so I rolled in my iconic London Prep Set Glow Spray, and it's a mini and there is such a pathetic amount left. I swear I've been trying to use this up. It's not my favorite product. It's very, very glowy, and I do like the glow it has. It's very pretty, but if you look close, it's glittery and sparkly, and I don't always want that. I do like this as like refreshing when I get home. If I like want, you know, if I have things to do and I still want my makeup to look nice, I will use this to refresh, but that's not often, so it's kind of just hard to use it. And I feel like I've actually like have ramped up my usage, so it's at 28 uses right now, and you know, it's probably gonna be like 2-3 more months at this point. I'm thinking if I can use it maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, that might be better. We might see more progress, but yeah, that one I'm just really struggling with right now, and it's not so bad that I want to like throw it away because I do like somewhat how it looks and it doesn't bother my skin or anything, and it's such a pathetic amount that I'm not going to give it to somebody. So it's something I just need to work on using. A product that was rolled in last month is a Game of Thrones one, or Game of Thrones prompt, Winter is Coming. So I chose this ColourPop Ultra Lip from the Shrek collection. This is the shade Ogre, and it's this really fun, like very translucent, but has this white base, kind of has like a green to yellow, somewhat blue shift in there. It's really pretty. I've used it a total of 2 times. So it's in here more so just for the prompt, not necessarily that I think I will actually finish it this year, though I would like to get some use on it because it is more of something outside my comfort, not something I'm always gravitating towards, but I thought it was really pretty and I wanted to try it, and I really love this formula. It smells amazing. It smells like blueberries or something. I can't remember what it was supposed to be. I think like blueberry waffles, or I don't recall, but it smells amazing, though I do hate the packaging and I just haven't been using it. If you've noticed, I started a short series where I'm doing a weekly lip combo, and I'm literally just wearing that all week long. Like, besides my lip balms that I do like in the morning or at night, those are the lip colors that I'm wearing. Like for today, this was the last one. So this hasn't been really fitting into that. I'm planning on doing this for one of the coming weeks, so I will at least get 7 uses on this, which will wrap me up. But I do need a way to work this in more. So like I said, it's not something I really think I'm gonna finish this year, but it is always nice to make sure I'm using my products and making sure I like them. So I'm really hoping to have much more progress on that product by next month's update. The last product, which I am so proud of, the prompt was something yellow, and I don't really have a lot of yellow products. So I chose this Starface lip balm in Lucky Lemonade, and it is completely done, and I've even been digging it out. So roll it all the way up, but as you can see, there is nothing left in there. I mean, I stopped counting once I got to the surface, and then I've kind of just been digging it out, and I'm gonna use it, but for the sake of this project, it is done, and I only dig out products that I like. I usually just count them done once the top is worn down. So this took me 106 uses to get to flattening it out. I haven't been tracking it from when I've been digging it out, though I did take a weight. When I brought this in, it was 21.4 grams, and today it was 19.2 grams. So yeah, pretty impressed with this. I definitely would buy this again, though not in the near future. I have so many lip balms. I'm happy to start seeing those numbers go down, dwindling smaller and smaller. And I'm hoping that you will be here for the ride of seeing how many I can finish this year. So that means I have 3 new roll-ins for today. I'm very excited. It's always fun when I get to roll in a new prompt, and lately I've just been like really craving some of my other makeup. And of course, when I do feel that, like, I try to focus on the products that I'm focusing on, but if I really want to, of course, I'm gonna grab something. But I really like having this project to focus on finishing products, because I feel like, you know, when you have such a large collection, it's really hard to make progress, and I definitely don't want my products to go bad. So it is nice to have this as a reinforcement to get things done. So I'm gonna share my screen with you so we can get this going and see what my new prompts are. It's always fun also seeing just how many spots I get to fill out. So let's see what the first new prompt is going to be. I got something limited edition or discontinued. Okay, that's gonna be fun. All right, time to roll for the second prompt. Let's see what I get. And I'm getting a Lannister. Always pays their debts. So something high-end or an expensive product. And for the last prompt, let's see. I got something black. Okay, I'm going to go pick 3 products that fit these prompts. I'm very excited because this is just so different from some of the ones I've already been working on, and I actually haven't gotten some of these before, so this will be fun, and I will be right back. I just went ahead and picked those products, and I'm very happy with what I chose, though some were quite difficult to pick from. So for the one that was limited edition, I really struggled with that because it was tempting to pick something from ColourPop. I don't know if the Shrek collection is still limited edition, but I think kind of was when they announced it, or the Twilight one. But I decided to go with another NYX Buttermelt product. However, this one is a highlighter. This is from the Wednesday Addams collab, and I'm pretty sure this was limited edition. This is the shade But in Black. When I saw this in the store, I was so infatuated with it. It is so pretty. It's this black base that shifts like purple to green. Oh my god, it's stunning. And as you can see, I've only used it like 2 times. So again, I don't think this is one I'm going to be finishing this year, but I really need to use this because obviously I bought it because it's pretty, so why am I not using it? The biggest thing is that it obviously is not like a highlighter shade on me unless I went for something kind of spooky, which would be cool. But I'm going to be using this as an eyeshadow. That's how I've done it before, and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to have to do some fun gothic looks. But yeah, I'm excited to choose this one just because it's very different from how I've been doing my makeup lately. And yeah, as you can see, there's like not even an indent on there. So I'm excited to see how long it'll take to like wear it down and how much progress I can get in a year. Or at least the remaining of the year. For the second prompt that I rolled, A Lannister Always Pays Their Debts, I chose the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. This is a mini, and I'm almost done with this, honestly. That's about how much is left. Really not a lot of product left, and I'm not a fan of this one. I went into Ulta looking for a setting powder that is good for dry skin, and I told them that the Laura Mercier one I did not like. So this lady was like, ooh, try the Hourglass one. And I'm so happy I got a mini. She tried to talk me into a full size, and I was like, I want to try it first. And I'm just not a fan. Like, I find it oxidizes on some formulas, even though it's a translucent shade. And it just always looks like kind of cakey, or either looks cakey or it like disappears within like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to try and use this one up, but there really isn't a lot, so I definitely can do this, hopefully within the next couple of months. Then for the last one, something black, I didn't want to be basic and pick like an eyeliner, so I chose this NARS bronzing stick. I recently got this for free from, I think, Sephora. I placed an order during the sale, and yeah, I got this little chub, and I really like this. I'm quite impressed with this formula. I mean, not impressed, but I think it's good. I like it. And it is like the perfect shade, but I'm gonna roll it up because there really isn't a whole lot of product. Like, I know it's like a little deluxe size, but I mean, I've been using it, but I'm not like eating it. I think this one will be very easy to use, and I would probably dig this one out because I like it. But also, like, I can use this to replace my NYX one. I also pulled in another bronzer, a powder bronzer, so I think it's nice to have a little mix, but I definitely could use this up, and that would be nice. So yeah, those are the 3 products that I rolled in. I'm very, very excited to use these. I mean, I've been using the bronzer, but it is just nice to always have like a refresh when I finish some products. So I'm super excited to give you guys my update next month, and hopefully we'll have some more empties. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!